The Pleiadian connection, ancient roots of humanity and the forgotten histories of Atlantis and Lemuria. Humanity has long been fascinated with its origins, with science offering evolutionary theories and religion positing divine creation. Yet, a growing body of alternative thought suggests an entirely different genesis, one rooted in the stars, specifically the Pleiades star cluster. These celestial entities, often referred to as the Seven Sisters, have been central to myths and spiritual traditions worldwide. Could it be that we are descendants of the Pleiadians, an advanced extraterrestrial civilization, who played a role in the dawn of human civilization? To explore this possibility, we must delve into the stories of Atlantis and Lemuria, ancient advanced civilizations said to predate recorded history. These civilizations, shrouded in mystery, may hold the key to humanity's cosmic heritage. Furthermore, enigmatic artifacts and testimonies such as the Piri Reis map and Admiral Richard Byrd's alleged journey to Agartha suggest that Earth's history is far richer and more complex than mainstream narratives suggest. Pleiadian influence on humanity. The Pleiadians are described in spiritual and metaphysical teachings as a benevolent extraterrestrial race deeply connected to Earth. They are said to be highly advanced, both technologically and spiritually, and to share genetic links with humans. According to these accounts, the Pleiadians visited Earth tens of thousands of years ago, interacting with early humans and, in some theories, seeding human DNA with their own to accelerate our evolution. This theory aligns with the sudden leap in human consciousness and technological development seen in our ancestors. Ancient cultures worldwide, from the Hopi to the Aboriginal Australians, reference beings from the stars, often identifying them with the Pleiades. Similarly, the Sumerians wrote of the Anunnaki, celestial beings who descended from the heavens to guide humanity. Could these accounts point to Pleiadian involvement in humanity's early days? The rise and fall of Atlantis and Lemuria. Atlantis and Lemuria, two legendary civilizations, are often portrayed as the zenith of human achievement and harmony. Atlantis, described by Plato as a highly advanced society, and Lemuria, often associated with spiritual enlightenment and connection to nature, are said to have existed tens of thousands of years ago. However, as the legends go, these two civilizations became embroiled in a catastrophic conflict, often referred to as the Atlantean-Lemurian Wars. Lemuria, located in the Pacific, prioritized spiritual growth and harmonious living, while Atlantis, located in the Atlantic, leaned towards technological and material advancement. Over time, ideological differences escalated into a full-scale war. The war, according to esoteric traditions, was not just a terrestrial conflict, but one involving advanced energy weapons and even celestial forces. This cataclysm is said to have culminated in massive geological upheavals, floods, earthquakes, and the sinking of both civilizations. Could these events explain the universal flood myths found in cultures worldwide? Antarctica, a gateway to lost knowledge. One of the most compelling connections to this ancient history lies in Antarctica, a continent largely unexplored and shrouded in mystery. Some theorists suggest that Antarctica could be the remnants of Atlantis, its ruins buried beneath miles of ice. This hypothesis gained traction with the discovery of the Piri Reis map, a 16th century chart that depicts parts of Antarctica free of ice. A geographic impossibility unless it was based on ancient maps from a time when the continent was ice-free. Adding to the intrigue are the accounts of Admiral Richard E. Byrd, a decorated American naval officer. In 1947, Byrd led Operation High Jump, an expedition to Antarctica. While the official purpose was to establish a research base, Byrd later claimed to have encountered an advanced civilization in a subterranean world called Agartha. In his alleged diary, Byrd describes being taken to a city of immense beauty, inhabited by beings who warned humanity about its destructive tendencies. If Byrd's accounts are true, they suggest that remnants of these advanced civilizations, possibly survivors of Atlantis or Lemuria, may still exist, hidden beneath Antarctica's ice. The bigger picture, humanity's hidden history. When we piece together these disparate threads, The Pleiadian influence, the rise and fall of Atlantis and Lemuria, and the mysteries of Antarctica, a larger story begins to emerge. This story challenges the linear, materialistic view of human history presented by mainstream science and religion. It suggests that humanity is part of a cosmic narrative, one involving advanced extraterrestrial civilizations and cycles of creation, destruction, and rebirth. Modern accounts and evidence today, the idea of Pleiadian contact is often explored through spiritual practices like channeling. Individuals claim to receive messages from these beings, sharing insights about love, unity, and the evolution of consciousness. Books like Bringers of the Dawn by Barbara Marciniak have popularized these messages, painting the Pleiadians as guides for humanity's spiritual awakening. UFO sightings are another source of speculation. Some describe encounters with crafts that seem more energy-based than mechanical, fitting descriptions of Pleiadian technology. While mainstream science remains skeptical, these accounts keep the idea alive. Archaeological discoveries also fuel the debate. Sites like Göbekli Tepe and Pumapunku display advanced engineering that challenges traditional explanations. Could these places reflect knowledge left by star beings? The Pleiadian legacy. Whether or not the Pleiadians are real, their stories hold a mirror to humanity's desire to understand its place in the universe. They remind us of our connection to the stars and the possibility that we are not alone. If the Pleiadians did visit, their influence may be subtle but profound. Perhaps their teachings live on in the stories we tell, the monuments we marvel at, and the spiritual practices that guide us. Or maybe their role is to inspire us to reach higher, to look beyond the known and embrace the mystery of existence. The Pleiadians are not just a tale of the past. They are a question about the future. If they are watching, what might they hope for us? Could they be waiting for humanity to rise to its full potential, ready to join the cosmic community they represent? The stars hold many secrets, and the Pleiades are no exception. Whether myth or reality, they invite us to dream of a greater connection, a history yet to be fully understood and a future filled with infinite possibilities. The Pleiadians and humanity's history. The idea of the Pleiadians as more than myth has grown over time. Some believe these beings are not just figures in stories, but real entities who have influenced humanity. They are said to be advanced, benevolent beings of light who came to Earth long ago to guide early civilizations. In these accounts, the Pleiadians shared knowledge about the stars, energy, and the nature of reality. They taught humans how to build, farm, and understand the cosmos. Some theorists suggest their teachings were the foundation for monumental works like the Great Pyramid of Giza or Stonehenge. These structures, aligned with celestial events, may reflect knowledge too advanced for their time. Others claim the Pleiadians influenced spiritual traditions. Stories of angels, devas, or luminous beings in religious texts might be echoes of Pleiadian contact. In this view, the wisdom and compassion attributed to divine messengers could reflect the teachings of advanced extraterrestrial beings. Did they change our history? There is a theory that Pleiadians may have altered humanity's understanding of itself. Some believe they contributed to our evolution, possibly through genetic manipulation or spiritual guidance. This could explain the missing link in human development, the sudden leap in intelligence and creativity that allowed early humans to thrive. Religious stories could also be reframed in light of these ideas. The gods of ancient cultures descending from the sky to teach and rule might have been Pleiadians or similar beings. Over time, their actions could have been reinterpreted, blending fact and myth into the spiritual beliefs we know today. The Pleiadians are also thought to have left messages in ancient texts and oral traditions. These messages, some believe, contain hidden knowledge about humanity's origins and destiny. By understanding them, we might rediscover a lost connection to the cosmos. The night sky has always been a source of wonder for humanity. Among its countless mysteries, the Pleiades star cluster, often called the Seven Sisters, has held a special place in the hearts and stories of people across the world. For thousands of years, this tiny cluster of stars has sparked myths, legends, and a deep sense of connection. Some believe the Pleiadians, advanced beings from these stars, have played a role in shaping human history. In ancient times, stories of visitors from the stars were told around fires, passed down through generations. Indigenous peoples spoke of beings who descended from the heavens, bringing knowledge and guidance. These beings, often described as luminous and wise, were believed to have come from the Pleiades. The stories of the star people. The Lakota people told of the Tiami, their ancestors from the stars. These ancestors, they said, came from the Pleiades and guided them in their spiritual practices. The Hopi shared a similar belief, saying their elders had been taught by beings from the Seven Sisters who lived in harmony with the universe. In Mesoamerica, the Maya and Aztec civilizations aligned their ceremonies with the Pleiades. The stars were considered sacred, and their position in the sky was used to mark significant events. The new fire ceremony, held every 52 years, was linked to the Pleiades crossing the zenith, a sign of cosmic renewal. Australian Aboriginal groups also told of the Seven Sisters. In their stories, the sisters were celestial beings who came to Earth, often pursued by an unwanted suitor. These tales were not just stories, they were teachings about the stars, humanity's place in the cosmos, and the unseen forces that connect all life.